Texas strong demands discipline and accountability, and both will be tested today against Dana Holgorsen and his West Virginia Mountaineers, a top 25 player and a player in a November run for the Big 12 title. So sit back, enjoy the game, Texas style. And from the Big 12, it's 23rd ranked West Virginia against Texas. The Longhorns huddled up, ready to go. New hopes, new direction. Jack, he's Ryan Neese, and a big welcome to Austin. Texas is improving. Their offensive line is gelling. And Ryan, so's that ground game.
Well, last week, they've improved their ground game. They had one of the most impressive ground games all year long versus Texas Tech in that win. They had over 240 yards. They're going to have a big game once again. They have two players that are going to answer that bell. They're going to ring that bell all day long. And Malcolm Brown, who is one of the most physical runners in between the tackles, he will move the pile. And then Jonathan Gray, who injured his Achilles versus West Virginia last year. He is a dynamic running back, and when the ball's in his hands, watch out.
Here's a question. Can West Virginia shake off last week's one-point loss to TCU? I think probably the key is going to be the quarterback, Clint Trickett.
Well, Clint Trickett's been playing at a high level all year long. Last week, he stumbled. And if you got to get your mojo back as a quarterback, you better go to your playmaker at the wide receiver position. Kevin White, one of the best wide receivers in the country. He's physical, he's fast, he is a true playmaker. They got to find a way to get him the ball and get him the ball often today.
Just 6 receptions over the last 2 games for 55 yards and a touchdown. Should be a high-flying game. Beautiful day in Austin, Texas. We take a look at the Big 12 so far. It's far, far from decided. Kansas State stands alone but plays a key game tonight, Ryan, on Fox against TCU. Baylor and Oklahoma playing over on Fox Sports 1. West Virginia, yes, still in the race at 4-2.
And Baylor looks like they're coming away with the win today.
Head coaches, Dana Holgorsen leads the Mountaineers, 4th year in Morgantown. 3 tough losses this season. They include Bama, OU, and TCU. Charlie Strong left Louisville for Texas, and Ryan, he's got a big job ahead.
He's got a huge job. Texas University. He's coming here. He's made a number of changes. He's cleaned house. He's got the players that believe in his system and are buying in. And now it's a time to find a way to continue to get better week in and week out. They're on pace right now, Craig. I think they're on schedule to accept the changes he wants.
Texas won the toss. They chose to defer to get it in the second half. And so the Longhorns have it teed up. Nick Rose set to kick it away on a beautiful day in Austin, Texas. We'll expect 100,000 before the quarter ends. A few lingering in the parking lot. And the kick's away. At the 2-yard line is Mario Alford. Far sideline, turns the edge. And takes a stumble and a roll at the 24-yard line. 3 things, Ryan, you need to know about Texas.
Well, West Virginia, they go on the road. They know how to take business trips. They're undefeated when they go on the road this year. And then rack them up. This is an explosive offense that knows how to put up points every single week. And then Kevin White, one of the best wide receivers in the country. They got to find a way to activate him and get him the ball often because he is their playmaker.
So Trickett will have Smallwood alongside on a 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line. Rifles a shot in traffic over the middle. Catch is made, but a flag is dropped. Kevin White with 75 receptions on the year picks up 19, but a flag's out.
Pass interference. Defense, number 6. As penalties decline, result of the play, 1st down.
Quandre Diggs trying to take care of Kevin White. Trickett with a big arm, 325 yards a game. That's 8th best in the FBS. Pitch and catch far side. Texas with a swarming defense tackle Smallwood. That's his 22nd reception, a sophomore out of Wilmington, Delaware. Hassan Ridgeway made the initial hit for the Longhorns. West Virginia going hurry up. Thought to shake the Blues after last week's 31-30 loss. Smallwood off the right side, not much. What's amazing about that game last week, Ryan, they led 13-0. They had 5 turnovers. They led for all but 2 minutes of the game. And Jaden Overcrome's 37-yard field goal as time expired was a difference.
That was the difference. And those turnovers continued to sting.
Oh, Trickett. 2 beautiful passes to White, threading the needle. Dylan Haynes chased him down, the strong safety. But get Trickett some credit. 2 tough throws here early.
Well, Trickett made that throw look easy, but to throw in traffic and throw through those windows, that's all about timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver.
Texas jumped to the backfield. Guess who? Malcolm Brown. 320-pound big man, defensive tackle that can move, great 3 technique, 10 tackles for losses, and he started playing football way back at the age of 7.
Well, he's been developing his athletic ability. He's got God-given talent. He's one of the best 3 techniques in the country. The coaches say he's the best worker on the team. He shows up every day, and it translates over onto game day.
Wendell Smallwood lines up alongside Trickett. 2nd down and 12. He'll get the carry, chopped down to the line of scrimmage, and he'll lose a yard. Back to the 41. Malcolm Brown breaks through again.
This is exactly what Texas defense wants to do. They want to stuff the run. They want to be physical up front, close down those running lanes, and all of a sudden put Trickett in 3rd and long.
3rd and 13 is Trickett. Runs out of the pocket and smartly tosses it a ball away. Hassan Ridgeway pressured Trickett in that backfield. That brings up 4th down.
And they're in that no man's land. You make the decision to go for it, or do you punt right here? I think the wise decision is to punt.
4th and 13.
And that ball takes a bounce into the end zone. And so three things we need to know about the Longhorns of Texas.
Well, we know about all the changes that have taken place in this program, but their offense is starting to come on strong, and it's coming on strong because of Malcolm Brown, the running back. He's running up the middle. He's getting positive yards, had over 100 yards last week. And then John Harris is a dynamic wide receiver. He is having a breakout year because of his playmaking ability, and he does a great job, Craig, on those jump balls, those 50-50 balls. He can go up and grab them and snag them out of the air.
Now, he was a high school high jumper. He went 6'11" at one time, so you know he can out-jump you on the 50-50 balls. 48 receptions. He's had a breakout year. The senior from Garland, Texas. Longhorns start their first drive at the 10-yard line. Nice little carry. Malcolm Brown breaks it past the 20 and rumbles to the 23-yard line. You notice that little stutter move. He averages over 4 yards a carry. He picks up 14. Last week, Tyrone Swoops. He's learning week by week. He makes his 9th career start today. He passed for 228 and a touchdown and a runaway win against Texas Tech last week. Back to the ground goes Texas. Big breakaway. Brown. 1 tackle broken. How about 2?
Yes.
Daryl Worley trying to grab him around the ankles. He's down at the 46-yard line.
And you're going to see this hole open up on the left side of the screen. This is just a power play. Simple football. Great blocking from the fullback and the defense and the offensive lineman to come around and match up and eliminate the defensive players. They're doing a great job getting pushed right now, Craig, of this offensive line, and that's really what's opening up these holes.
Well, what West Virginia's defensive coordinator, Tony Gibson, won't like is that 10 yards per touch for one Malcolm Brown. He won 116 last week against Texas Tech, his first 100-yard game of the season. He's on fire. Rolling out his swoops, wide open, far side pitch and catch. Marcus Johnson battling for the change. He picks up a reception, his 22nd of the year, and K.J. Dillon finally brought him down after a pickup of 7.
I like when we talked to Swoops yesterday, and I said, hey, do you like going out on the bootlegs and the naked? He said, I told Coach I like whatever he gives me. And right there, he demonstrated his athleticism, play action, rolled to his left, found the open receiver, squared his hips, and delivered a strike.
Only his 9th career start. Sophomore, what a frame. 6'4", 243. He'll put his tight end Andrew Beck in motion, a true freshman. Play action. Swoop stands in the pocket, goes up top. Ball hung up a little bit, but he's got a man open. Guess who? It's Harris, his go-to guy.
It's Harris. It looks like he stepped out of bounds. It was a double move. They ran a hard play action, and you're going to see Harris at the top of the screen. He's going to step out of bounds, and as soon as you step out of bounds, you're no longer eligible right there, unless you were forced out.
Came back in, established, first down.
So he was out of bounds, reestablished, and now a first down at the 8:45 mark. Clock runs. It's been all Texas here early. Malcolm Brown, the tailback, he'll get the handoff. Patiently waits for an opening and hit down at the 16-yard line.
Rick, I just want to go back to that last play. John Harris ran that double move. He was forced out of bounds by number 7, Worley. As soon as you're forced out by the defensive player, you can come back in the field of play, reestablish yourself, and catch a ball. If you go out on your own, that can't happen. You're ineligible. But he was forced out. Nice job by Harris to stay with it. Big play for Texas.
Well, that ball hung up a little bit off the hand of Swoops. Harris waited for it. He's had a terrific breakout year. 2nd down and 8 as we hit the 8-minute mark. Fast-moving first quarter. Swoops wants a touchdown. Up top he goes. A battle. There's a flag. Harris trying to own this drive in a one-on-one battle with Terrell Chestnut, number 16 for West Virginia.
Pass interference. Defense, number 2, 15-yard penalty, correction. The ball we placed at the 2-yard line, 1st and goal.
Well, right there, Terrell Chestnut, the corner, number 16. He tries to turn around and look back to locate the ball and place his hands on the ball. But all of a sudden, his right arm was too aggressive. He was too physical with that, and that's why he got called for that flag.
So 1st and goal, 2-yard line. On the play action, Swoops looks at the end zone. Jump ball, corner, got it. Touchdown, Swaim, the tight end. Jeff Swaim, senior, 10th reception, his first touchdown of the year. And what an impressive drive by Texas.
They ran a nice little play action. That's a simple play for the quarterback to read. He can read high or low. He actually had both players wide open. Swaim was in the back of the end zone, and this tight end has continued to impress and continue to make plays all year long. That was a huge touchdown and a signature opening drive for Texas.
Nick Rose kicks the extra point through 11 plays. They go 90 yards in 6 minutes, and Swaim, the tight end, jumps high for the touchdown, and Texas leads by 7. There's a look at Jeff Swaim, the senior from Chico, California. 2-yard touchdown pass. Swoops was perfect, 4 for 4 on that drive. Went 90 yards in 6 minutes.
Well, sometimes people undervalue controlling the line of scrimmage. Texas controlled the line of scrimmage with their offensive line. That's what set up the big run plays. That's what set up the play action and what led to a touchdown.
Rose set to kick away for the 2nd time here in the first quarter. Short kick. Alford, 7-yard line. Nice move. 30 at the 40. Still on his feet and stumbles and falls at the 45-yard line. Alford puts West Virginia in terrific territory. And Clint Trickett ready to go back to work. The senior out of Tallahassee, Florida, transferred out of Florida State a couple years ago. And it's time to find that Trickett to White combination once again.
Absolutely. Last week, they weren't able to really connect. Kevin White only had 3 catches. We saw early in the game in that first drive, Trickett was looking for Kevin White. He had 2 catches already. They got to continue to find a way to feed the beast, give him the football, and allow your playmaker to go to work.
Trickett 3 of 4 in that opening series. As you mentioned, a couple of those balls caught by White. He averages 8 receptions, 120 yards a game. And they've got great field position. Down 7, trying to answer that touchdown by Texas. Russell Shell gets his first touch after Smallwood had the first series. They'll jump back and forth. Rest one back, put a fresh legs in on another series. He picks up 11, and a nice block by the halfback, Cody Clay. Pitch and catch far side. Kevin White runs it down the sideline, and boy, he is really showing some streaking speed today.
Well, a lot of teams try to double them, but when you get the ball in a receiver's hands that quickly, that close to the line of scrimmage, it's extremely challenging for the defense to double him, and that's why you're seeing these quick, short passes to allow him to go out and make plays, and that's exactly what Kevin White did on that last play.
19 yards on that reception. Last 2 games, just 6 catches today. Already 3 grabs, and West Virginia is inside the 20-yard line. Handoff, dancing a shell. Texas pursues. Dylan Haynes, a strong safety with the tackle on shell. Just a sophomore out of Hopewell, Pennsylvania. He's a transfer out of Pitt. Second down 9. Trickett on the line. White and Trickett are really working the ball together. We talked to Trickett earlier this week, and Ron, I'd say he was all business.
Well, that's his mental toughness. And a lot of people talk about physical toughness as an athlete, but you have to be mentally tough. And when you take a heartbreaking loss like they did last week, you need your quarterback to be mentally tough to prepare you to come into battle against 100,000 people at the University of Texas.
Yeah, Texas looking to make a stop here on 3rd down and 1. Pushing the pile, no call, Smallwood. Short, just inside the 1-yard line, so here's the call. Holgerson's got a foot from pay dirt.
That's a big stop by that defense to dig in, find a way to create leverage, lower the pads. Yeah.
So now Holgerson forced to try a field goal off the foot of Lambert. Placed down at the 12-yard line. This will be a 22-yarder. Good snap, good hold. Kick is away, and good. He's now 21-27 on the year, and Lambert puts West Virginia on the board. Texas at home, leading 7-3 on Fox Sports 1. 7-3 Longhorns. Michael Molinari with some help gets it away. 5 yards deep, no return, and a touchback. A minute to play in the quarter. High snap. Swoops on a swing out to Brown. You know what? We saw it last week. What's the rule?
Don't take your eye off the football.
Got to catch before you run.
Got to catch it. Got to secure the catch. Don't take your eyes off of it. His eyes got big. He started to look upfield. Had nice blocking set up. You got to catch it first.
Malcolm Brown, 22nd career start today against West Virginia. Texas in that diamond formation. 6 on the play clock. Brown on a cutback. Protects the football and falls forward to the 38. That's a gain of 2. And the clock's at 45 seconds.
You saw right there, West Virginia realizes what Texas is trying to do. They loaded their box with their defense. They had 8 players in the box right there. And they said, hey, we're going to try to find a way to shut down the run. If we can force you in the 3rd long, that plays to our hands. We can start dialing up our unique blitzes. Watch them come after swoops right now.
D coordinator Tony Gibson. Boy, loves his job. Intense. 3rd down 8. Play clock under 5. Swoops just got it away. Pressure from both edges. They'll pitch it far side and pushes for the 1st down. Nice grab. Worley wrestles Marcus Johnson, but not before he got to the marker.
They brought pressure. Swoops threw a laser to Marcus Johnson. Marcus Johnson, he fought for this. That was all Marcus Johnson. Find a way to secure the catch and fight for that 1st down.
So the 1st quarter ends here in Austin, in Texas, leading West Virginia 7-3. Well, star power. It's recruiting. That's the story. Holgerson on your left. Strong on your right. Texas, 34 four-star recruits, 11 five-stars, 45 total. West Virginia, 6 four-star recruits on their roster. And Charlie Strong told us, look, got no problem getting attention. It's got to be the right guy who fits my style, what I need from them. Come to Texas is easy. But can you play football? Do you love the game of football? As Shipley, who loves the game of football, makes that catch.
That's a big catch, and Swoops he's been on fire today. He looks very comfortable. Talk about a young man that's continuing to grow. And just going back to that 4 or 5-star graphic, Craig, it's not always about the Willies and the Joes. Sometimes it's about the X's and the O's. Just getting the right players to come into your system, to buy in and believe. And right now, both of these teams have players that believe in their system, to believe in their coaches.
Breaking a tackle, Gray. Breaks another. 20, 10, 5. Pushed out of bounds. Jonathan Gray and a touchdown saving tackle by Terrell Chestnut.
What a run by Jonathan Gray. He showed his power right at the line of scrimmage to be able to break a tackle. Then he showed his elusiveness to be able to plant and make a defender flat out miss you in the open field. And then he showed his explosion to race to the end zone. Did he step out right there? I mean, what a run to be able to incorporate all those things. And the coaches told us he's starting to run with confidence. He had an Achilles. He tore his Achilles versus West Virginia last year. And that takes time.
The ball broke the plane of the goal line prior to the ball. The runner being out of bounds. Touchdown.
When you see the ball touching the pylon, on that first replay, it was kind of hidden, but the last one shows exactly where that ball was. And Texas picks a PAT touchdown. Jonathan Gray, 3 plays, 52 yards, and the Longhorns at home up 14-3. Jonathan Gray, back from an Achilles injury, puts Texas on top, 14-3. Ron, you got to love this move. Power, speed, had it all.
If I had 3 ingredients that I wanted in a special running back, in a great running back, it's speed, it's power, and it's agility, and he demonstrated it all right there. He showed off the power at the line of scrimmage. He showed off his agility to put the juke move on the defensive back in the open field, and then he showed off the speed as he burst for the pylon for the touchdown.
Officially 39 yards. 4th touchdown of the season for Gray. Nick Rose has it teed up 14-3. West Virginia nationally ranked 23rd in the country. No return. Trickett near side. Oh! Hammered into letters. Thompson laid the wood on Smallwood.
Mykeel Thompson with a slobber knocker. Ooh, you can hear it right there. You hear the pads clink right there. That's a big-time hit. Perfectly form-fitting tackle right there by that safety.
Texas fired up, showing blitz. Another quick toss near side. Just trying to open the field up a little bit with Kevin White. He's going to be short of the first down. Past the 30, they'll mark him at the 33-yard line. Crowd is alive. It's noisy here in Austin. Just over 8 minutes left. First half. Trickett on a screen. Texas read it perfectly. It's going to be close. Dreamus Smith. Well, I can see now the mark's just going to be shy. And Caleb Blewett, the Fox defensive end.
The defense rallied and come up with a stop right there and find a way to get to the ball carrier on that screenplay. Ridgway read that all the way. Number 98, he was all over it. He sniffed it out. He was the one that slowed that play down from the get-go.
4th and 1. And West Virginia forced to punt from their 35. Nick O'Toole will punt away to Shipley. End over end, Shipley on a fair catch at the 22-yard line. Swoops will go back to work. So far it's been Texas. And a couple of slobber knockers in Austin. Our game summary is brought to you by Dell. We compare the two quarterbacks right here in the first half. Trickett's moved the ball. He's been 12 of 15, 96 yards. Swoops has done a nice job. But the ground game for West Virginia, it's been stifled.
It has been stifled. Both of the quarterbacks are playing well today. Trickett hasn't been able to take any shots down the field, which I'm expecting him to take some more of as he gets the ball. And Swoops, he's doing a nice job managing the offense and putting him in the right situation.
He's under center on 1st and 10. Handoff, big hole. Brown breaks it. Big run, big hole. That was a collision.
That was a collision at the end of the run, and we're going to see this running right down the heart of West Virginia's defense, right up the middle. When you got a hole that big, it's hard to slow a guy down like Malcolm Brown unless you get a hit on him at the very end. But I promise, Craig, the way they run the ball right now, it's going to be hard to slow down Texas because they're gaining confidence. This offensive line is opening up gaping holes for their running back.
Clock's under 7 minutes, first half, and Texas on the move, up 14-3. Swoops under center. Again, straight away running. Straight away running. And Gray's have himself a big first half.
When you take Malcolm Brown out, he gets banged up a little bit. Well, going with Jonathan Gray. Jonathan Gray's playing at a high level. He ran power football with both the guards around, get a lead block, and he gets a crease that he's off to the races again. He's having a huge day today.
Yeah, he just went 40 yards inside the 15. Texas threatening again. Swoops, pressured, throws it into the end zone. Oh, a flag is down. Not one, but two.
Pass interference. Defense number 34. The foul occurred in the end zone. By rule, the ball be placed at the 2-yard line. First down.
Ishmael Banks, number 34 at the top of the screen. He's in perfect position as a defensive back. He tries to get his head around, but because it's an underthrown ball, the offensive player tries to fight back for it, and that's why the flag's thrown right there.
And a 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Straight ahead, running, touchdown, Gray. This has been Gray's day in the first half.
Well, it's been the offensive line's day as well, Craig. They've opened up a number of creases and holes. They've been physical, and Gray's done the dirty work to find a way to get the ball in the end zone. Both him and Malcolm Brown are having big games today.
Nick Rose punches the extra point through, and Texas up 21-3. 3 plays, Texas goes 78 yards. And Ron, we talked about it in the top of the show about how Texas's front line, the O-line, gelling, and how the offensive ground game also gelling with a season-high 241 yards last week against Texas Tech.
You can see how when an offensive line has continuity, has confidence, they understand their blocking schemes, they understand how they're going to work together. All of a sudden, they have 143 yards rushing in the first half. They've been averaging 170 yards rushing over the last 5 games. This team is starting to come together, and they're starting to find an identity. When you can pound the football like that, all of a sudden the team in Texas stands for toughness, and they are running tough right now.
Kick is away, no return as that kick angled into the end zone. Turnover. Quandre Diggs. Alan, thank you very much. From one big play to another.
Well, Quandre Diggs showed his football IQ right there. He understood the situation. He read the split of the wide receiver, said he's at the top of the numbers. He's probably going to run a curl route. That's exactly what Kevin White does. He runs a curl route, and Diggs is sitting on it. And when you're sitting on that as a corner, if that quarterback throws the ball, you can explode through that route, catch it, and make the interception. A terrific play by that corner. Man, that's exactly what that team needed to continue to take their momentum and find a way to put points on the board before the end of the half.
Trickett just tossed his 8th pick of the season. Texas on the verge of trying to blow this game open here in the first half. Just over 2 minutes to play. Swoops goes deep, and it was incomplete. A couple of receivers tied up. Looked like he wanted Beck, the tight end. And he was tied up with Carl Joseph along the sideline.
Well, Andrew Beck is the freshman out of Tampa, Florida. And he's a special talent. He plays the tight end position. He plays the H-back position. But there was a miscue right there. That's a will route. He's supposed to continue up the field. And Swoops tried to lead him for a touchdown right there. He broke it off too soon.
That lines up in the backfield. He's in for a blocker. And chopped down the line of scrimmage is Foreman. K.J. Dillon's been around the field all day for West Virginia with another tackle.
We've watched West Virginia a number of times this year. K.J. Dillon, number 9, he's a playmaker. He can cover wide receivers. He can cover tight ends. He can cover running backs. He is a special talent for them. And you know, they need a turnover right now. They need a young man like K.J. Dillon or Nick Kwiatkowski to find a way to come up with a play, force a turnover in this situation.
3rd down and 9. Longhorns at the 22-yard line. Longhorns need 9 yards to keep this drive alive late in the second quarter. Swoops, 3-step drop, fires incomplete. He threw it over the top of Marcus Johnson, and that brings up 4th down.
And they brought the all-out blitz right there. They said, you know what, we're going to put man-to-man. We're going to bring pressure. We're going to try to get to Swoops. And Swoops knew it was coming. You could sense it, he could feel it, and you could see him rush that throw just a little bit. He didn't hang in the pocket, and the ball sailed on him, and that's why he wasn't able to complete that pass.
This will be a 39-yard attempt by Rose. 42 is his longest on the season. Middle of the field, the kick is away. Got it. And this crowd applauds. On their feet in Austin with their Longhorns on top 24-3. Texas 24, West Virginia 3. We send you now to Rob Stone in Los Angeles. Fox Sports 1 College Football is presented by Kay Jewelers. Welcome back to Austin, Texas. Craig Bolerjack and Ryan Neese watching an upset in the making. West Virginia, 23rd ranked, trailing on the road 24-3. What's your thoughts? Run game's been impressive for Texas.
Texas has been pounding the rock, and they've been physical at the point of contact. We picked out one play. They've had a number of successful plays, but we picked out one play that really shows how they've been blocking West Virginia. They're getting a hat on this trap play. The tight end comes across, kicks out the end. The guards come out and seal the linebackers, and they leave their dynamic running back, Malcolm Brown, one-on-one to get to the second level. If they continue to block like that, it's going to be a long day for West Virginia's defense. They have to find a way to shore that up and find a way to correct those things and find a way to get to that ball carrier.
You remember Texas won the toss. They deferred, so they get the football to start the second half of play, and they've got the 24-3 lead. By the way, Malcolm Brown and Jonathan Gray both shaken up with some shoulder issues in the first half. Both available to play in the second half for Charlie Strong. Molinari gets a leg into it. No return. Texas on a touchback. Malcolm Brown in that backfield with Swoops. 1st and 10, 25-yard line. Brown. He got popped midway through that second quarter, and he stopped for no gain by Kwiatkowski, the middle linebacker for West Virginia.
And I'm sure Tony Gibson, the defensive coordinator, talked to his defense, told them to settle down. And one of the things that you have to do as a defense to attack a running game like this, you have to get vertical penetration, and your linebackers have to play downhill and find a way to deliver blows to all the blockers in their way.
2nd down and 10. Shipley in motion on a rollout of Swoops. On his back foot, how about that throw? John Harris with the reception. Swoops just showed us on that rollout, good arm, right on the line, and a pickup of 16.
Well, that's a sprint out pass where the quarterback takes the ball, and right when he takes it at the shotgun, he's going to sprint to his right And as soon as he finds the open receiver running the curl route, he has to deliver that ball right on time. And that worked to perfection.
You know, in high school, Swoops basically ran over their opponent. His high school, he was dominant. They've had to teach him how to throw the ball with touch. And that was a good example. Handoff, Brown bangs his way past the 45 to the 48-yard line. You wouldn't think that Swoops would have to be taught. But you know what? He was such an elite athlete that he had no problem with high school opponents.
Well, they said he was 2 times bigger than everybody in his division. He played at a high school at the smallest division in the state of Texas. He came from a very small town. He had to find a way to continue to grow as an athlete, and he's still trying to learn the position. He's still trying to learn all the nuances to take to play the quarterback position and play it at a high level.
2nd down and 3. Off the edge pressure, straight ahead running. 1st down and more. Malcolm Brown follows De La Torre, the fullback. Lone Star distance from his hometown of White Wright, Texas. It's 256 miles to Austin. Just over 1,700 is a population and not a stoplight in town.
Yeah, we asked him if there was a stoplight in town. He said, no, I think there's 2 stop signs. There's no stoplight.
I think it was a 4-way.
A 4-way stop.
4-way.
He came from a very small town, and right now you can see he's continuing to grow. He's continuing to learn his position. When you can play with confidence, you can play at a high level.
On a pitch. Brown cut down, try to throw a stiff arm, and he's up in it at the 39-yard line. Tonkery and Kwiatkowski in on that stop. Time for our first half stats, brought to you by Geico. As we look at the numbers, I'll tell you the rush yards jump out at you. Total yards 268 for Texas, 141 for West Virginia. 5 flags against the Mountaineers for 46 yards.
Well, the rush yards are impressive, and one of the things that happens is it takes the air out of the game. It allows Texas to control the clock, allows the clock to run down, and all of a sudden you're keeping this West Virginia high-powered offense on the sidelines.
Play action, Swoops in the pocket, pressured, hit from behind, wobbles a pass downfield, and it's incomplete. Worley looked like he tipped a pass. The left corner coming in to pressure Swoops.
And that was the first time that you saw him get a little grass stains on his uniform and got a little pressure. And that's what West Virginia needs to do more of. They need to find a way to harass him, make him uncomfortable. He is a young quarterback. He doesn't like to be hit. He doesn't like to be harassed. Find a way to get in the backfield. Let's dial up some blitzes on these 3rd downs and find a way to put some pressure on him.
Play clock at 7. Swoops, deep ball, steps into it, up top, climbing up high, incomplete. One of those 50-50 balls on a jump. John Harris, one-on-one with Chestnut, the right corner.
Well, they brought the all-out blitz. They left one-on-one Chestnut outside with John Harris, the big receiver. And he told us, hey, I get 50-50 balls. He's going to go back to the film room. He missed that one. He had an opportunity to come back and make a play. And what he did, he waited for the ball to come down. He didn't go attack the ball at the highest point. You got to attack the ball at the highest point if you want to make that catch.
Michael Davidson and to punt away for Texas. Punches it up high. Angles of the corner. 12-yard line. And West Virginia works it back to the 27. Oh, we got a late flag. Get on that pile. Late flag on that pile. West Virginia up next. You know, last year, November 9th, overtime, high-scoring affair once again. 8 lead changes in this game. The final, Texas 47, West Virginia 40. Case McCoy threw a 2-yard touchdown to the hero of the night, De La Torre. I tell you, there's been some showdowns, but today, it's not been the case. So let's see what West Virginia has up their sleeve here late in the 3rd quarter. Jordan Thompson with the catch, 41-yard line. That brings up 2nd down. That was interesting. Road teams won every game.
I love how series history, it's 3 games, but it's been a shootout in a lot of the games. Right now, West Virginia, though, on the road, needs to find a way to come together if they want to get back in this game.
Trick it over the middle. Tough throw, even a tougher catch, and is brought in by Cody Clay, the H-back. That's his 5th reception of the season out of Plum Creek, West Virginia. How about that? Take a glance at the sideline. Decipher that for me, will you?
I don't know necessarily what that play call is right there, but hopefully it's going to be effective.
Is that an anteater? Yes, it is.
That's an ant.
Third down and 2. Trickett, deep, man open. Oh, just off the hands of Alford.
Well, back-to-back, Vance Bedford, the defensive coordinator for Texas, brings the all-out blitz. It worked in the last play. It almost didn't work on this play. Mario Alford is a speedy wide receiver, the go-to big play receiver, gets behind the defensive back. He's got to come up with that catch in that situation. And you can see Trickett's frustrated.
4th down and 2. Trickett fires far side on the hands of Thompson and move the chains. First down. Good throw by Trickett.
He's just got that demeanor about him. You see him in the pocket, even on a 4th down. He just looks calm, cool, and collected. That's confidence.
15 yards on the reception, right back. They set up a little bubble screen. Kevin White trying to get around the edge, and he's bumped out of bounds. Get a little physical out there as he had a word or two for Quandre Diggs. They've been going at it all day.
Well, Kevin White's working for every inch. You haven't seen him catch a ball where he's been open. He's been tackled. He's been harassed the entire day, and that's a testament to Texas's defense.
Mountaineers go right back to work. Over the top, big catch, and it's out. Big hit. Jordan Thompson went up high, and Diggs, who was having a word with White, just delivered a big hit.
Quandre Diggs just comes out from the right side of your screen to break up that pass, and he's reading the quarterback's eyes. If you read the quarterback's eyes and you're disciplined, he's going to tell you where he's throwing the football. Trickett's looking that throw down all the way, and Diggs was all over it.
Boy, Thompson, Ryan, took a big hit in the ribs, exposed himself to get that ball. 3rd down and 8. Play clock at 5. Low snap, Trickett. Looks right, now he's out of the pocket. Throws, out of bounds, so bring up 4th down.
You probably got a holding call right now. I mean, they're bringing the 4-man rush, and they're still getting the Trickett. They're in the backfield.
Holding. Offense. Number 67. Penalties decline. 4th down.
You know, we talked to defensive coordinator Vance Bedford yesterday, and I tell you, he made an interesting statement. We were talking about how offenses have morphed. He said, if you don't adjust, you become a dinosaur. And in my book, dinosaurs, as we all know, are extinct.
That was a great statement. But you know what? He's playing old school football.
Yes.
Rushing 4, dropping 7, blitzing. He's getting after this West Virginia team all day long.
This will be a 40-yard attempt by Josh Lambert. Boots it. No. You notice on that kick, not a lot of follow through, more of a punch. And he comes up short from 40. Tough day in Austin for Dana Holgerson and West Virginia, down 21 on Fox Sports 1. Here's the Quicken Loans game summary. And Ryan, you talked about it in the pregame, just about the run offense. Brown and Gray, both.
Look at that.
With a 100-yard day.
Look at that average. 12 yards a carry. Wow.
Swoops on a rollout. Down on a knee, but it's incomplete to Ja'Cory Warwick. That stops the clock, under 4 minutes left, 3rd quarter. 2nd down, 10. Swoops just a sophomore. He stands 6'4", goes 243. 9th career start.
He looks like he has more growing to do. I mean, just that type of body. He can put a little bit more size in that frame. He has a bright future ahead of him.
No, you could put him at defensive end. If he keeps growing. But they're going to keep him at quarterback. He's the future for Texas. Now he'll tuck and run. Dragged down from behind. Dontrell Hyman. Good to see Hyman back on the field. Number 99. He's been out a couple of games with knee problems out of Warsaw, South Carolina.
Well, another big third down for West Virginia's defense. They're going to have to put pressure. Let's see if they go man-to-man and bring a blitz, do something to find a way to get in the backfield. Either they're going to shut down the run or put pressure on the quarterback. I wouldn't be surprised if they dial up a blitz right now.
Ron, you get a stop here, you force the punt. You should have good field position if you're West Virginia. Texas 3 of 9 on converting third downs. They need 5 to keep the drive alive. And off the hands, incomplete. Chestnut was on the back of Johnson, and that brings up 4th and 5.
And they did. That's exactly what they did. They brought the all-out blitz, 0 coverage. All their corners were matched up man-to-man in a bump-and-run situation, and they had to lock down the wide receivers, and they did a nice job. Chestnut was all over his player, broke up that pass, and now they're going to get the ball back to their offense.
Davidson back at his 15-yard line to punt away for Texas. Vernon Davis. Over the shoulder catch. Ball comes out at the 25.
Oh, yeah. If Auburn goes down, that will definitely send shockwaves through the playoff system.
Trickett back to work. Finds his favorite target, Kevin White. Dylan Haynes brought him down. He's just trying to get some offense rolling. And you know what? When you need offense, you go to Kevin White.
You go to Kevin White, and they're getting 4 or 5 yards, maybe 10 at a time. But we need to see Kevin White get 15 or 20.
Yeah, just waiting for that big play. Out of the backfield, Smallwood made a tough catch around his knees, and he's bumped out of bounds at the 35-yard line. He's near the first down marker. And it's just about a football shy. It's going to be 3rd down. Did not get the first. 3rd down and short. Bowie came out of the backfield. I don't know if that ball was deflected or it just slipped out of his hands.
Just wasn't an accurate throw. Your running back is slipping out of the backfield. You got to get the ball out on time. That's not an easy throw, but Trickett can make that throw. He just didn't get it done right there.
No surprise, Holgerson goes for it on 4th and short. Bowie, handoff, first down, spins out of the tackle 50. And takes the ball to the 47-yard line. Haynes brought him down, an 18-yard gain by the elusive Andrew Bowie.
Well, they needed that. That offense needed Andrew Bowie to step up, got it done. Hopefully it's going to energize this offense.
Garrison again. Handoff 2 yards to the 33.
Craig, and they've crossed over the 50-yard line a number of times today.
All day.
And they've come up short. They haven't been able to punch it in. They've missed field goals. They haven't been able to put points on the board. And late in the game like this, late in this 3rd quarter, you got to find a way to take this drive and turn it into 7.
3 wide receivers, top of your screen. Trickett, shotgun, blitz showing. Here they come. Texas runs it up the middle. That was nearly a pick. Nice catch. In traffic by Alford. Duke Thomas nearly had a pick.
Duke Thomas was sitting all over that route, but Mario Alford, number 5, he works back to the football. That's why he was able to secure that catch. He extends his hands, he works back, and that's why he was able to pull that away from that defensive back.
3rd down and 1. Trickett exclusively from the gun. Quick throw near side and off the hands of Alford. Incomplete. Well, there's no doubt what Dana Holgerson will call. I mean, he's going for it. 4th and 1.
Oh, no, he's going to go for it. 4th and 1. You have your offensive line. Somebody's got to step up and make a play. They've been able to run the ball in these situations. Let's see if they go back to that with the lead blocker.
Mountaineers 2 of 3 converting 4th downs in this game. They need a yard. Handoff and a first down. Garrison off the left side to the 22. Well, I saw a helmet pop off, and it's Pankey. He's going off the field, 57. He'll have to hit the sideline for a play.
Pankey, number 57, you see his helmet slip off. The defensive player's hand gets up into his face mask and knocks it off. But that was a nice job by their offensive line just to give them a seam to open up that hole so they could get that first down.
West Virginia on the move, but down by 21 as we go to the fourth quarter. Here in Austin, West Virginia, Texas on Fox Sports 1. Fox Sports 1 college football is presented by K Jewelers as we take you to the Texas Football Hall of Fame. I'll tell you some greats have come through here. Of course, Vince Young, Darrell Royal, Ricky Williams. So the list is long.
I played on this field against Texas, against Ricky Williams, had him in the open field. And my eyes lit up and said, wow, that's Ricky Williams. As soon as I said that, he flew by me and had about a 25-yard run.
Right now, West Virginia wants a touchdown. 1st and 10, Trickett in the pocket, pulls it back down. He's out of the pocket at the 20. Hook slides, takes a big hit just short of the first down. Steve Edmond. But a smart play to get down on the ground by Trickett.
Well, he almost got down a little too soon. Steve Edmonds zeroing in on him like a laser, like you should when you see a quarterback running, but Trickett dives down just at the last second.
Trickett. Pitch and catch far side and pushed out of bounds to stop the clock is Alford. And right now, West Virginia, a little swagger back, but they're still down 21. So far, just a field goal in the first quarter of 22 yards by Lambert. That's it, scoring-wise for the Mountaineers. 1st and goal from the eye. Dreamer Smith tackled before he got even to the line. Texas, Ron, they had 3 players in the backfield.
Seemed like the entire team was in the backfield, but you're definitely right. Led by Cedric Reed, number 88. He's going to come off the edge. He's going to fight to get in the backfield. And this defense has impressed all game long. They've been physical. They've rallied to the football. And right now, when they're backed up, when West Virginia is trying to put points on the board, they come up with a big stop right there.
Yeah, a field goal will do you no good. Down 21. 4th quarter, under 14 minutes left. It's 2nd down and goal. Left side. Touchdown, Dreamer Smith.
Well, Dreamer Smith's going to come right off the left side of this offense. And the hole's big enough for him to run directly into the end zone. You're going to see right on the right-hand side of your screen. He's off to the races. He's got a nose for the end zone. He's not going to be denied right there. When you're that close, you lower your shoulder pads, you drive your feet, and you plunge in for a touchdown.
5th rushing touchdown of the season for Smith. He bangs in from 9 yards out. Now the PAT. Coming right at you. And Josh Lambert connects. Dreamer Smith with a 9-yard scamper. 14-play drive. 75 yards. 14-point game in Austin. Bevo doesn't look too happy after that West Virginia drive. A 14-play, 75 yards, and 4:37 off the clock. Changes this game in a big, big way. 2 touchdowns, a lot of time.
And West Virginia needed that. They needed that. They needed that on offense. They needed to reestablish their momentum. Now let's see what their defense can do. Can their defense rise to the occasion and find a way to get off this field? This is going to be a big-time defensive stand for West Virginia.
Foreman and Johnson are set to return the kick from Michael Molinari. Short, 20-yard line. Fair catch. On a rollout of swoops, and he throws it away. Out of the tackle box, just live to play another day.
And that's a smart football play by the young quarterback. rolls out, doesn't see anybody open initially. Let's just find a way to throw the ball away, not put my team in a bad situation. The last thing they need is a turnover right now, because West Virginia, they're hunting for it right now.
Took over after David Ash was beat up in week 1 against North Texas. You feel bad for Ash. He's had a career of concussions, and he decided to hang it up after that first week. And you hand the ball now to Swoops, who's learning on the job. Stacked up. They jump all over Malcolm Brown. No gain. 3rd down.
Well, another big 3rd down for this defense. They're backed up. If they can find a way to stop Texas right now, they can force a punt and get really good field position. They're going to have to play sound up front. These defensive linemen have to get off the blocks, and the linebackers, starting with Kwiatkowski, number 35, he's got to get in the backfield. He's got to rally the troops right now and inspire his team to step up.
This isn't 3rd and short. This is 3rd and 10. Play clock at 6. Swoops from the gun. 3-step drop. Rainbows up throw. I'm not sure who he was throwing to.
Well, Shipley was running the go route, but he came off. He broke the route off and ran a comeback. And they just weren't on the same page. You're going to see Shipley work to the bottom of the screen, and he breaks off a curl route right there, really a comeback route. And Swoops is thinking he's running a go route. They weren't on the same page. And again, this late in the season, you don't like to see that between a quarterback and the wide receiver.
And I was just going to say, growing pains, and you answered it. You're right. This is game 10. Texas punts away. Big bounce inside the 5. Is it touched? Punt. Long way to go for West Virginia. Down 14 on Fox Sports 1. Boy, Longhorn fan through and through. Bring that cowbell.
He's had that seat for a long time.
They're going to start this drive officially at the 2-yard line. 98 yards to go, 10:41 to play here in the 4th, down 2 touchdowns. Trickett, 5 yards deep in his end zone. Watch out, thrown down. Safety Cedric Reed. You start at the 2, Ryan. You drop back a 3-step drop. You're at the 7 yards deep in your end zone. There's no place to go.
Ball's got to come out of your hand right away. Nobody blocks Cedric Reed. He's a defensive end. He's one of the most disruptive players on that defensive line. I don't know how you don't block him, but they don't. He takes full advantage of it and gets the sack for a safety. Cedric Reed has played at a high level all game long, and you know, we've talked to the NFL scouts. This is one of the players that they love to watch. His athletic ability, he's long, he's physical, he's explosive, and he comes up with a big-time play when their defense needed it.
Came in with 14 career sacks. He's durable, as you mentioned. 29th career start for Texas on a Cleveland, Texas. It's Cedric Reed. Michael Molinari will kick from the 20-yard line after the safety scored by Texas. They dink it, and it's taken by Texas at the 38-yard line. And now a chance for Texas to close the door on 23rd ranked West Virginia. On the ground, Brown jumps out of a tackle. Trickett's had opportunities. I'll tell you the key to this game, though, there's been pressure. Texas has been in that West Virginia backfield time and time again. He's found White, but just still no rhythm.
Last week, Trickett got hit a bunch. TCU gave it to him, and he was hit all over the place. He doesn't like that, and no quarterback does. And once again, Texas has come in here, and they've done the same thing. They've gotten in his face, they've sacked him a number of times, and they've knocked him down to the field plenty of times.
2nd down and 12, swoops under center on a 5-step drop. Throws that ball, and it's incomplete. Boy, Darryl Worley.
Darryl
Tipped
Worley
that pass, yeah.
Almost came up with a big play right there. Had the interception that slipped through his fingers. But you know, Swoops, the young quarterback, he's trying to step up and make a play right there. You don't need to try to thread the needle. You're up big at home. Let's try to find a way to tuck that football. You're athletic. Keep that ball, tuck it, and run for some yards.
Now 3rd down and 12. Clock's past 8 minutes left. And another 3rd down looking right at Texas. They need 12 yards. Swoops picked off by Worley. Puts a hand down on the ground and covered up at the 20-yard line. So West Virginia gets the turnover and Trickett's back on the field. 7:48 to play.
I'm sure Charlie Strong is going to say something to Swoops in that situation, because if you're going to throw the ball and you're going to try to make a play, you don't want to force it. You don't want to create a turnover when you're backed up. Right there, Swoops creates a turnover, interception. Let's see what West Virginia can do with the ball now.
So the turnover gives West Virginia the football. Down 16, 7:48 to play. On the ground, Dreamus Smith has room 30 at the 35-40. Dreamus 50, Dreamus 40, Dreamus 30, and out of bounds he goes at the 20, call it now the 17-yard line. Duke Thomas finally got him out of bounds. Big run.
Dreamus shows his vision, bounces to the outside, and then shows his speed. I mean, that's exactly what this West Virginia offense needed. They needed a big-time play in this situation. Now they're in the red zone. They got to put points on the board and get a touchdown here.
I'll tell you, that big play was 62 yards. Trickett dances, sets up a screen. It's Dreamus Smith. Heads to the sideline, lowers his pads, takes a shot down around the 7-yard line.
Dreamus doesn't think the game is over. He thinks there's plenty of time on the clock, and he showed it on back-to-back plays. And that's what you're afraid of. That's why that turnover was such a poor throw by Swoops in that situation, because he gave the ball back to West Virginia. You're giving them hope, and now they have an opportunity to capitalize on it.
Dreamus Smith checks out. Wendell Smallwood checks in. On the ground, here comes West Virginia pushing the pile. And that pile is past the 5. They'll mark it at the 3-yard line. Orlovsky, Quentin Spain. Nice blocking up front by the center and left guard of West Virginia. Under 7 minutes left. Critical drive right here for West Virginia. Popping through, Smallwood, touchdown. Not over.
No, not over at all. And West Virginia showed their confidence, showed that they can have the opportunity to make plays both in the run and the pass. And right now they're going to go for 2 because they need 8 points here.
Dana Holgerson with his arms folded. Frustrating day, but still West Virginia late in this ball game. Still with a chance on the road in Austin. Now they're reviewing, but I don't think there's a question that he's in. He put the hand down, but the ball broke the plane, and yeah, we're going to play on. Touchdown it is on a 2-point conversion try. The first of the season for West Virginia. Trickett in the pocket, looks to the end zone. Tried to dig it out, incomplete. Kevin White on the back line of the end zone, and it's a 10-point game. 6:38 to play. 26-16 Texas. Back in Austin, Texas 26, West Virginia 16, and Ryan, that last scoring drive by the Mountaineers set up by their defense.
Well, they got the turnover. Swoops threw an errant pass. Worley was all over, picked it off, and then they got the running game going. They got an explosive play, 62-yard run that really helped solidify that drive and give them an opportunity to put points on the board.
Smallwood runs it in from 3 yards out. 4 plays, 80 yards, a minute 10. You expecting onside?
Well, I'm expecting onside all day. They need the ball back, and they need it now.
Takes a bounce, but it's covered up at the 49-yard line. Never got that wicked shot off the turf. Texas trying to go 5-5 on the season. They would jump to 4-3 in Big 12 play. Swoops takes a fall, just got the ball handed off. And West Virginia wraps up Jonathan Gray, Wachuku, number 97. UCLA, Washington next, right here on Fox Sports 1. On the big station, Fox, it's Kansas State TCU tonight. Football, football, and more football.
When we spent time with the Texas coaching staff, one of the things they said they needed to do better was finish. They wanted to find a way to finish strong, finish each drive, finish each play. Now they have an opportunity to finish this game.
Swoops under center. Boy, stumbling, falling Brown. He was tripped up as soon as he got possession of that football. And maybe it was Swoops that tripped him up.
Swoops has had 3 plays in a row. He had the interception, and he's had back-to-back run plays.
Sure enough, yeah. Great angle. The left foot caught him.
Yeah, well, he's in the way. I mean, the nerves, the situation can't be too big for you. I know you're playing at home against a ranked opponent, but you can't let your nerves get the best of you. You got to settle your nerves right now and allow your team to do what they've been doing all game long, run the ball, and run this clock out.
3rd down and 13, clock under 5.5 to go. From the gun, Swoops. Good protection, throws, nearly picked for the 2nd straight possession. It was Worley again.
Worley's all over the place. He's right in tune where Swoops is trying to throw the football, and he's got to come up with that interception. I mean, that would have been another big-time play by Worley. And again, Swoops is a little late on his delivery. He's a little hesitant. He's holding the ball just a little bit too long. And when you're hesitating like that, you give the defense an opportunity to make those type of plays. Get the ball out of your hands. And if you're going to throw it with confidence.
Michael Davidson, the lefty, punted away. Fair catch, way 4, taken at the 14-yard line. Ball on the 14. White dances on a trouble, breaks a tackle. Another. Great pursuit by Texas as they wrap him up.
And West Virginia has to score.
Oh,
here.
absolutely.
I mean, on this drive, and you just mentioned, White's been bottled up all day long. They've tried to get him the ball, but they've done an excellent job rallying and tackling him.
Trickett in the pocket, brings it down. Now dumps it underneath. Boy, the pads are popping here in Austin. Smallwood takes a hit. He goes out of bounds. Now they wind the clock. 3rd down and 8. Must convert. Trickett looks downfield. Out of the pocket. Heads to the sideline. Oh, takes a shot. Thompson, the free safety. Put the hat on Clint Trickett.
Mikael Thompson, you're going to circle that play. You're going to use that play in coaching clinics across the country. That's a perfect form tackle in the open field to rally, drive your feet, and bring down the ball carrier.
You said you've heard a lot of ooh, kind of. Yeah.
That was an ooh hit.
That was an ooh hit. 4th and 9. Trickett over the middle, incomplete. And Texas will have it. On downs. Malcolm Brown and blew it. Came in to pressure Trickett.
Well, 4th down, you know it's going to be a pass, and Malcolm Brown, number 90, uses a swim technique, gets in the backfield, and right when you need your big-time player to step up defensively, he steps up and makes a huge play, puts Trickett on his back. He isn't able to complete the pass. You can just see his body language. He looks defeated. He looks frustrated for a young man that's trying to do everything he can to keep his team in the games.
Impressive game for big number 90, Malcolm Brown. They hand the football back to their offense. Misdirection. 5-3. Touchdown, Gray.
This is going to be another tough loss for this West Virginia team.
Nick Rose will try the PAT. picking his way for the touchdown. Gray scores for Texas. West Virginia, Ryan's got a heavy dose today of Brown and Gray. Toss in a little Foreman and Johnson, and it's another impressive ground game by the Longhorns.
We talked about it at the beginning of the game. They seemed to start finding their stride last week. They had their first 100-yard rusher last week in Malcolm Brown. They looked like a team with confidence, continuity up front with their offensive line, who's opening up big holes. They've done an excellent job today, and the running backs are taking full advantage of it.
Well, Texas ran for a season-high 241 last week against Texas Tech. Today, 226 against West Virginia. And again, around a rebuilt front line for the Longhorns. You bring a tackle, a defensive tackle over to play offense. You move a guard to center. After that penalty, Rose is going to get from the 50-yard line and forget it. That ball's about 20 rows up. Let's go. Dreamer Smith gets the carry. Haynes comes up from the strong safety spot with the tackle. Clock's under 3 minutes. You know, if you look ahead, West Virginia has a bye, and then they take on Kansas State in a Thursday night broadcast on Fox Sports 1. Texas will take on Oklahoma State on the road next week. Trickett. That ball falls incomplete. Smallwood knocked down as Texas is gaining confidence, momentum, play-by-play.
And you can see these crowd are still into it. And another big hit by the defensive player for Texas. And they continue to dial things up. They continue to play with high intensity. Sometimes you see defenses relax in these situations. They're wasting no time. They're still playing at a high level.
Yeah, they've got it teed up on Trickett in West Virginia. 3rd down and 5. Pressure from the edge. They run it up the middle, 1st down as Dreamer Smith reaches past the 35-yard line. Coming up next, 18th ranked UCLA and Washington on Fox Sports 1. There's over 2 minutes left here in Austin. Kevin White. I think it's progression. Ron's going to get him for a 1st down just past the 46-yard line.
And they've done a nice job all game. Trickett trying to find a way to get Kevin White the ball, but Texas has done an excellent job bottling him up. And when he catches it, they're right there to make a tackle.
Smith knocked down by Cobbs. White with 13 catches today, 104 yards. I thought Vance Bedford got to be happy with the way this Texas defense played today.
We just saw him right there. He's still jumping around. He's still fired up. And like I said, I don't know if there's anybody who plays with more passion or coaches with more passion or bleeds more burnt orange than that coach in Vance Bedford.
Well, right there you saw, and it's late, obviously. A little soft maybe in the secondary by Texas, but Trickett teams up with White for that big play we've been waiting for.
They've been waiting for that play a long time, and the defense is playing. They're in a prevent situation, so you're going to see some of those holes open up in the passing game.
Smith on a handoff. Still playing hard as he throws his pads on Dalton Santos, and they're going to mark him at the 21-yard line. You know, a game's out of reach, but I don't think any coach in America would tell you there's still not time to coach, no matter what the time or situation.
There's nothing like a live situation, and this is the best time to coach up your players and put them in situations to continue to enhance and sharpen their skills.
Trickett, middle of the field. Jordan Thompson makes the catch. 2 Longhorns ride him down. That's a 1st down, so they stopped the clock to reset the chains, and now they wind it at 45. Trickett looks at the end zone, out of the pocket. Oh, in traffic. Put it between 2 Longhorns to Kevin White, down inside the 10-yard line. What a day for White. Second down 3. Smith.
The ball came out.
I didn't hear a whistle, and now they jump in at the 2.5-yard line.
Texas is still trying to lay the wood out there, and Dreamer Smith trying to get a touchdown. Ball popped out, but they were able to fall back on top of it.
Pushing. Did he break the plane? Kevin White reached out. 3 seconds. That's it. Clock runs out in Austin. 23rd ranked West Virginia upended by Texas. For Ryan Neese, this is Craig Bullerjack wishing you a good night from Austin, Texas, where once again the final score, Longhorns 33 and West Virginia 16. You've been watching Fox Sports 1 College Football, presented by Kay Jewelers. Now let's get you out to UCLA and Washington. Tim Brando and Brady Quinn on the call.